Hey everybody, my name is Liz Bills and I'm a professional singer and vocal coach from Haverhill, Mass, outside of Boston. I was diagnosed with muscle tension dysphonia about 2 years ago now, but I've been suffering with it for about 7 years. If you want to hear my whole story on that journey, I linked it below. This video is for singers who suffer from MTD, like myself, but also singers who suffer from tension or just want to develop further their technique of singing free and loose without tension. So I always start the lesson with alignment. So I would check your alignment sitting or standing nice and tall, like a string is attached to the back of your head, pulling you up into alignment. Remember, your neck is an extension of your spine, so if you think of yourself pressed up against a wall, that will give you a great idea of what a good alignment is. You can also roll your shoulders back and down a few times. So again, I would always start with alignment and then I would move on to some stretching. I linked my stretching video below. It's about 10 minutes long. It incorporates stretching and deep breathing because remember, breathing, not only is it the most important part of singing and also the most important part of life, but deep breathing is the best way to relax tense muscles and also to relax the mind. So I would highly recommend stretching, deep breathing. Make sure you're breathing into your tummy, into your lower abdomen, rib cage. And if you don't do yoga, I highly recommend Yoga with Adriene on YouTube. It's free. Yoga is amazing for MTD because it's really the practice of body awareness. It's the practice of deep breathing and relaxation, and it's also the practice of doing something athletic, which singing is, but doing it in a mindful way and the most relaxed way possible. And I recommend Yoga with Adriene because there's so many different types of yoga out there, and I think a lot of it is maybe too intense, too fast-paced, and in my opinion, that's not what yoga is about. And I love Adriene because she takes a slow, mindful approach. And for people with MTD, that's what we need. All right, I hate when people blab on when I'm waiting to do a video, and here I am doing it. Anyways, so you aligned, you stretched, you did some deep breathing, and now let's get going. The first thing I'm going to introduce is the ball. Aliana De La Guardia, my vocal coach, showed me this week. So you can start, you can massage out your neck, your face. Some singers buy vibrators, like little handheld vibrators, and I've heard a lot about people using those on their neck and their face and their front chest. I don't think I would like the vibrator because you have to be careful because you don't want to excite the muscle, and sometimes with that intense vibration you can excite it, but you have to see what works for you. Everyone's body is different, so this is like a nice little thing you can do. It's nice and easy. I've also linked below the massage machine that I use a lot. I highly recommend that for bad pain days if you have a lot of muscular pain. I also have arthritis in my neck, so that's probably part of it too. Because of MTD, I developed arthritis. Anyways, so the ball. This technique, perhaps you've heard of it. We're going to do some exercising while trying to distract the body. So movement, loosey-goosey. I can't really do a lot of this while I'm playing the piano, but I could try. So you can do this. Maybe more relaxed. You can throw the ball. So this is all about distracting the body. So those muscles that are really used to tensing up cannot tense, or they're too busy moving in the hands or in a different part of your body. So grab your ball or any object, doesn't matter. You can grab a book, a ball, whatever you have lying around. Seriously, it doesn't matter. A ball's easy, that's why I suggest it. Okay. So let's start with airflow because air is the most important part of singing. I'm going to recommend a few things. You can do a trill. You can do a tongue trill. That's my favorite. You can do a hum. Hum with the tongue out. Hum with a kissed lip. So play with these, and whatever one feels the best, the least amount of pain, choose that one. So you have your ball or your object, you're moving it in your hands, you're throwing it in the air, you're just distracting your body so it has something else to pay attention to while you're doing this. And so you're going to take deep belly breaths, so breathing into the belly while you're doing your ball thing. And now let's get our air warmed up. Alright, so I'm going to do the tongue trill, but you choose the one you like, and we're going to breathe deep and go. I'll let you do a few on your own. So that's something you can do to distract the body. I'm gonna say this, there's so many elements to singing, so I can't put everything into one video, which I keep trying to do, I've noticed. But air is the most important part of singing. So when you're doing your air exercises, really think of your air as coming out the entire time. All right, so now let's move on to the next exercise, which is the straw. So the straw has been my favorite retraining tool. When I had a ton of pain, this is probably one of the first things to immediately eliminate my pain. So for me it works. And this is the specific exercise that Mass General Hospital showed me. I'll start here. Okay, so again, think about your air, breathe into your tummy, and let's take it nice and slow. We're gonna go. Ha. Oh, and let's add a little bit of a movement, so we're like Jello. Ha. This is my air, and I'll let you do a few on your own. Straw. Ha. Straw. Ha. Excelente. So, a visual that you can think of when you're doing the straw is imagine the vibration or the sound is coming from the straw forward. So what if it was not coming from in here, but what if it was coming from outside the face or on the tip of the lips, the tip of the straw? So let's try a few more thinking that, so you can kind of have that imagery. Let's stay in the straw. Add a smile as you go higher. And now, here is an alternative to the straw or something else you can do as well. So we got some water in a jar and a straw. Let's maybe change it up. I don't know. So we're gonna blow bubbles and make a sound at the same time. So you're gonna go. And let's change it to meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. And now what if you had that same idea that the meows were coming from the tip of the lips, coming from outside your face? So you can think of those two thoughts. You can think of them both or pick one or try each one. Meow, 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 meow. 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 Yeah, so that's that one. And now another one that I love is the band. So again, this is kind of like the ball where you're placing tension in a different area of the body. And let's do some slides. So I'll start here, and I'm gonna say wah. A lot of times, ah, meow, any bright vowel is great because I think it naturally just brings the voice out of the throat. All right, so let's do some stretches. I can't do both at the same time, but I want you to do this. It sounds like this. We're gonna go wah, wah. Check in with your shoulders, make sure they're not hiking up. Maybe add a little bobble to prevent that. Wah. Now do a few on your own. So remember, you can always change out the vowels if you're not feeling good doing them. This is all about finding what feels good. So not kind of just doing what I say, but playing around with it and seeing what works for your body, because everyone's bodies are so different. And I've been doing this for a while now, so some things have become natural for me over time. The last two things I'm going to talk about is the backwards breath and the sniff. So the backwards breath helps with closure of the vocal folds. Sometimes with muscle tension dysphonia, an injury happens, or you might have gotten sick, or maybe you took on an intense job where you're using your voice a lot all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden the voice has to compensate in an unhealthy way and develops new unhealthy habits. So what the backwards breath does and the sniff does is it shocks the vocal folds into a new and more healthy position. So let's try a few of these. Okay, so it's all about nice, feeling good closure. I can't talk very well. All right, so let's do this one. So this is more like soft stuff, which I think people with MTD need to do, soft singing. So they have that balance between intense, aggressive singing and then soft singing. So that's another idea. All right, so you're gonna do, I wouldn't do too many of these, but you can do a little today. So you're gonna go, ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, ooh, ooh, ooh. So you notice that I don't have a like a lot of air escaping, and I think that's the goal here with the backwards breath. So anytime you can use the backwards breath when you feel like there's there's too much airiness in your range or in certain notes, or if you're trying to hit a note and you just feel like it's stuck in your throat, or you feel like you're using so much tension. So let's try it again. You can do it on a meow. You go, ah, meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. You can do it on anything, in a song, whatever. So that could help with closure. And then the last thing I'll leave you with is the sniff technique. So it's just short sniffs. It's also a shock. That's why they're short, quick sniffs, shocking the folds into a new position. So you're gonna go. Let's do wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. Sometimes you can feel a little out of breath doing it. I tend to be kind of quick on this video because I'm trying to cram in all the stuff for time. But you can do it slower, etc. You can do it in songs. Sniff in quickly and suddenly, and then sing out the note that you're trying to get better closure on, or trying to feel more of an ease on. So you can experiment with that. So this is just a video of the little tips and tricks to get to a easier place in singing through time. If you don't have a vocal coach and you have MTD, I would definitely get one. This is an intense illness, disorder, disease, and you really need someone with professional experience that can coach you through this stuff, listen to you, and make sure you're doing it right, and then kind of modify things if they feel you need that. This isn't a one-size-fits-all, these exercises I gave you. You really have to play with them and see what works, and work with your coach and modify as needed. Maybe slowing it down, maybe doing different vowels, different melodies. So it's all about what works for you. Let me know what you guys want to hear in these videos. I think next week I'm going to release one on how to be louder without hurting yourself. So what I do to be loud, and how I can belt without hurting myself. Another idea I had was I will do one on air, on how I think of breath and how that's helped me so much with my pain is air and training good breath support. Another one, I think I was going to put up the massage that Mass General showed me to try to loosen up this area here. So I can do that, but let me know what you guys want to see, and yeah, everything is awesome. I'm not a good talker, I'm a better singer, so yeah. Alright, thanks guys. I hope I can help even just one person with this video. I love you, and I'm sending you healing vibes. Do some yoga today. Find a coach.